Wheelie, we're doing a video on Wheelie, and I also have another video on Studio Series 86 Sludge on the way that I've been trying to edit for like 3 months. It's not because it's like a lot in a video, I've just been lazy. So, but yeah, we have Studio Series 86 Wheelie. I got a big wave of Transformers figures, so you're going to be seeing those throughout the videos, hopefully. And yeah, so. This figure is, if you couldn't already tell, tiny. We're gonna get onto that later, but he is very small, like, small, and I have tiny hands, so. This figure looks really good all around. I mean, he's kind of missing some of this paint. I feel like it'd look better if he had paint on his shoulders or something like that, but, I mean, he looks pretty good all around. He's, you know, a core class, so that they couldn't fit too much paint into him, but, like, still. This figure comes with one accessory. It's very, very small. I mean, it's very hard to fit in my hand because it's so small. It's this tiny little gray slingshot, and it has some actually pretty nice details for the fact that it's a slingshot that's like weighs like 2 grams, and it can fit in either of his hands, obviously, with this tiny little port. It's obviously not a 5mm port, so it can't fit in a standard Transformers hands, but it can fit in a standard core class hand, I think. Size comparison time. Here is Red Drill Sergeant. Here is Lego Super Mario with his dead soul eyes. Here is a fellow core class. Like, as I was saying, he is very, very small. And finally, Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime. They look very nice together. Very cool. Just in case you were wondering, this is what his box looks like. It's kind of boring, but you know, it's a box. The visibility on this figure is not too bad for a core class, in my opinion. His head is on a ball joint. He can look up that much because of his transformation. Can kind of do some weird things with his head. It can kind of like go forward. Can't really tilt side to side. Can go all the way around. His shoulder is on a ball joint, so it can go up 90 degrees, and it's also on a separate hinge, so it can go up a lot. It can also go all the way around and do that because of the play in the ball joint. He doesn't really have a bicep rotation, but you can use this as a bicep rotation, the little ball joint here, and then the ball joint can also go up 90. Now, if you couldn't already tell, right out of the box, there is a stress mark right there. I don't know why, but that just kind of happened. There is no fist articulation, unlike Soundwave. He has technically no torso rotation, but you can use the really weird hinges to make his ball joint area, like this section right here, go forward. Not really backward, but yeah. He can kick up a lot. He can kick backward, not very much. He can almost do the splits. He doesn't really have a bicep rotation, but similar to the bow. He can kind of have a fake bicep rotation. His knee bends about 90. His toe can go down, and that's about it. So it's not horrible for his size, but like, it's not great. Now, the transformation on this figure is actually fairly simple, obviously, because it's a core class. We're done. This transformation is very simple. Now, you could probably already see the very glaring issue, and that's the fists on the back just kind of hanging out. But yeah, honestly, I think it looks really cool. It reminds me of... I actually don't know what it reminds me of, but it reminds me of like a mouse. It looks really good. I actually really like the shade of blue that they chose for this windshield. I think it looks really cool. And technically, you can open up this section right here to reveal his head, just kind of there. So it's actually closed that up. We don't really like to see his head. Overall, I think this figure is pretty nice for the solid, what, 13 smackaroonies that I got him for. It's okay. Definitely not the best core class ever released, and probably not the best core class in Studio Series ever released. I wouldn't know, because this is my only one that I've ever had. So yeah, I think it's a pretty solid figure. Overall, I give him a good old 3 out of 5, because he's not perfect, but he's pretty good, especially for a core class. Bye-bye.